There have been quite a few little fun arcade games out on PS4, and another one that tries to add to that list is Eternum Ex. But is this one exponentially better than its competition, or is it more like a big pile of excrement? Eternum Ex is very much a classic arcade-style game, where the focus is not only on trying to get through the levels, but also try to get a high score as well. There's a couple of modes of play, and the overall difficulty of the gameplay brings a nice challenge for those that enjoy these arcadey style of experiences. In the game, you're taking the role of Sir Arthur, who's gotten so old at this point he can no longer be a knight. In order to try to gain his youth back, he travels to a land and is seeking out 5 magical orbs that are being held by these statues. The game is consistent of 5 worlds with 5 levels in each, 4 regular stages where you need to collect treasures and get through a portal, and the 5th one being a tower climb that concludes with a boss encounter at the top of it. There's 2 modes of play. One is an arcade-style mode where you have unlimited continues, but it doesn't save your progress along the way. The other mode, it does save your progress every world that you complete, but you have a limited number of continues, though when you run out, you can pick back up at the world that you've made it to. The core gameplay is very much old school. I had no problem though as far as the jumping, moving, and swinging of the cane using Sir Arthur. The difficulty starts to ramp up pretty quickly, with a lot of enemies on screen consistently respawning and coming at you, so you always have to be on your toes when progressing through the levels. For the main levels, you're going to be going around collecting all the treasure chests. There are red and green ones, with the green ones being locked. In order to break the chain on them, you have to hit them from below, kind of bashing your head into them like classic Mario Brothers. The red ones can be opened up as well, and if you open up a chest prior to grabbing it, you get a bonus amount of points, as well as potentially a bonus item. These power-ups can allow you to throw fireballs, give you invincibility, explode, causing all these little mini fireballs or rocks to go around and destroy most of the enemies on screen, and a few other things to try to help you in this very chaotic situation. Thankfully, the game does a decent enough job of adding new challenges as you progress, so it doesn't just completely bombard you with the same type of enemies, always changing it up with new types of enemies that have different abilities. Some can create new enemies, other ones lunge towards you. There are also traps that get set up in level, like fire and the like, and thankfully, the fire not only hurts you, but can actually hurt enemies as well. The 5th level of every one of the worlds is a tower climb, where you have to climb up a increasingly difficult tower with enemies, fireballs being fired at you, and other things trying to stop you from getting to the top. Once you reach the top, you then have to battle a boss. These boss fights for the most part are not only challenging, but pretty satisfying once you conquer them. I enjoyed a few more than others for sure. I do wish that the game was a bit longer, or had maybe a few extra modes or other things thrown in to keep you interested once you complete the main game, which isn't particularly long on its own, though if you're going for a really high score, I'm sure you could sink hours into it. From the technical side of things, I'm happy to report there was no crashing or other major glitching. Eternum Ex is available on the PS4 for $12.99. It does feature a Platinum trophy. The game is also available on the Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and PC. Overall, Eternum Ex is a quite challenging arcade-style experience that I think those that enjoy the genre will end up liking, though it's far from my favorite arcade-style game on the PS4 and a little hard to recommend due to the price being $12.99. The presentation, though, things like the graphics and music, I did enjoy, which bumped the game up a tad, but in the end, I'm going to be giving it a 7 out of 10. That's going to wrap up this review, though. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed.